Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Shroyer, a career positioning strategist, professor, and someone who spent a lot of time thinking about what it really means to grow in a world that just won't stop changing. Welcome to the Technically Human podcast. This podcast is about navigating your career, your identity, and your next chapter in a world that's shaped by AI, technology, and constant change. Here, we're going to talk about real stuff. We're going to talk about career pivots, uncertainty, reinvention, and mostly how to stay grounded in who you are while everything around you evolves. Are you ready to go? Let's dive in. Hello, everyone. It is Dr. Tracy Shroyer. I am so excited you're here, especially for this first inaugural episode. So, we are living in a time where technology, especially AI, is changing how we work faster than most people can keep up. Some people have tried to look at all the different AI tools that are available, and it's there's new ones that seems every couple minutes or so, probably every few seconds. And at the same time of all of this advanced technology, more people than ever are starting to question their careers, their direction, and what's next for them, and what does that look like. It may be something similar to where you are. It may be a lateral move, an up level, a down level. It could be some to a different industry, to a different area, to a completely different type of role altogether. And this podcast is meant to sit at the intersection of all of that. This is the Technically Human podcast, and we are going to explore how to navigate your career in a world that's becoming so much more technical while still staying grounded in who you are as a human. So, for those of you who may not know me, again, I'm Dr. Tracy Shroyer, and my background blends corporate experience, career coaching, and higher education. And I will tell you, I spent over 27 years in the corporate world. And during that time, a large part of that time, I was also coaching individuals in their career. And for a big part of that time as well, I was teaching as an adjunct professor along the way. And in the fall of 2023, I was laid off from my corporate role. And I will tell you that experience, it shifted everything for me. I ended up pivoting big time. I moved into teaching full time at the university level, and I expanded my work in career positioning strategy and coaching through my business. And that lived experience combined with my prior research on layoffs and career transitions really helped to shape the work that I do today. Because what I saw and what I experienced myself is that so many people are capable, they're talented, and they're driven, but they're just unsure of how to navigate what's next for them. So, with this podcast, I really want to create a space where we can explore both sides of that equation, the technical side and also that human side. And on the technical side, we're going to talk about things like AI, tools, and technology, all of those things that are shaping how we work, and not from the perspective of being an expert who knows every single thing, but from a place of curiosity. We're going to look at how are people actually using these tools? What's working? What are some of the things that are changing? Because even though a lot of these tools are rolling out and you're starting to see them pushed out, a lot are very much in beta or there's versions coming ahead. If we even think about ChatGPT to start with, how many different versions have there been so far? And they're learning new things every second, every minute, and preparing for what does that next version look like. And I also want to look at what do these things mean for you? So if we switch from thinking about the technical side to that human side, and this is just as important, if not more important, is the human side. Because behind all of this technology, you are still a person that's navigating decisions, uncertainty, growth, and change. We're going to talk about things like figuring out what you actually want in your career, helping to communicate your value, building relationships, continuing to grow and develop yourself. And we're going to talk about how all of that fits together in a way that feels really aligned and comfortable for you. So here's what to expect within this podcast. So you're going to hear a mix of guest episodes and solo episodes. In the guest episodes, I'm going to talk with individuals from a variety of backgrounds. And I will tell you, even as I'm recording this first episode, I'm recording it after I've already done 5 podcast interviews with guests that are going to be on the show in the coming months. And I'm super excited, and I've been able to get so curious. Some dive deep into AI and technology. I don't believe any of that will go over your head, has not gone over my head yet. And others are really focused on leadership, growth, and the human experience. And what you'll see is that these conversations are real, they're unscripted, and they're totally driven by curiosity. And in those solo episodes that I produce for you, I'm going to share some insights, some tools, and some strategies, especially when it comes to navigating your career and thinking about what's next. One of the things that you will hear me reference in different episodes is my 4C framework, and that stands for clarify, communicate, connect, and cultivate. And these are the 4 areas that, after working with hundreds upon hundreds of mid-level professionals, these are 4 areas that I see people most struggle with when it comes to their careers. And so we're going to deep dive into each of these in future episodes, and you can start to learn more about those. And if you want a sneak peek, you can start to learn a little bit more about what these 4 are and how I define them by checking out the website. So you may be wondering, who is this podcast for? Who is your audience, Dr. Shroyer? And I want to tell you, this podcast will be for you if you are navigating your career in a world that's quickly changing. I think that checks the box for most of us, right? And you're trying to figure out what that means for you. So maybe you're curious about AI, but you're not sure where to start. And there's so many different places that you can start. And it's not a right or wrong where you start. Maybe you're thinking about making a career move. Maybe you're feeling stuck or you're unsure of what direction you should go. Or maybe you just want to grow and be more intentional in your work. Wherever you are, you're in the right place. So one thing I am striving to do is to make sure that this podcast is real and conversational. So you're going to hear me ask questions, explore ideas, and I'm going to learn right alongside of you, especially in those guest conversations. I am putting my curiosity hat on and having a blast. And this isn't about having all the answers, but it's about asking better questions and being able to move forward with some clarity. Maybe it's asking questions that are going to lead me to start to look at something, or to connect with somebody, or to learn about a topic a little bit deeper. So I want to thank you for being here for this first episode. I am so excited for what's ahead, both those conversations with guests and the solo episodes where we're going to dig deeper into these topics. So if this does resonate with you, I would love for you to subscribe, to follow along, and to share your thoughts as we go. And most importantly, if you're navigating your career in this changing world and you want to stay grounded in who you are, you're in the right place, my friend. So let's get started. Thanks again for listening to the Technically Human podcast. If you are navigating a career shift or you're just feeling like something needs to change, remember, you do not have to figure it out alone. You can find tools, strategy, and support inside the Career Compass Pro or Career Compass membership. Learn more at www.careercompassusa.com. And if this episode helped you in any way, sharing it with someone else might help them too. I'll see you in the next episode.